little preview of the game. It's a early build, so a lot of things are missing. Jesus. Okay, I like the voices in the game, but they get really old really fast when you're trying to do explanations of things. So you have the Altair, you have the Bulrathi, you have the Cylon, you have the Masharan, and I think that's it for right now. Oh, and the Sakura and the humans. And I don't know, they seem to have some hidden traits along with their straight up traits. You have Masharans who can turn desert planets into uber planets. I haven't seen that happen yet because the computer is really dumb right now. And I haven't gotten the Masharan to a technically advanced state. My Masharan game crashed. Altar, you have beam defenses and artifacts. Cylons, as you expect, have the broken as crap research bonus. And they can handle low gravity, but unlike Master Ryan 2, they don't necessarily have any deficit. You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and start as the Bulrathi, since that's the one that I was going to go with anyway. And this gives you a good idea for the era. Okay, human, of course, they're good with doing treaties, and also good with counter-espionage. However, spying is not in the game yet, at all. So, kind of, you're kind of missing out if you're playing the game right now for funsies, and you picked up human. Sakura, I really want to like the Sakura, but to be honest, they have the most annoying of advisor's voice. And as you play the game, you'll get to hear the advisor speak all the time. And the first few times, again, it's nice, but it wears on you. And the Sakura definitely have the worst speech impediments of them all. And they seem to have a possibly hidden racial deficits to things, dealing with treaties. I'm not certain. There seems to be some hidden racials that they haven't expounded on. Masharans, for some reason, have extra marines in their marine camps, as opposed to having slightly more agile ships, whereas the Alkari have better beam defense. The Alkari are actually really good, and I'm choosing the Bulrathi because you actually run into a lot of high gravity planets in this game that are ultra rich, and since they suffered no penalty in this game, so right now, again, this is all subject to change, since they suffer no penalty to being on a normal planet, there is absolutely no reason not to pick Bulrathi and run with it. Cylon, still broken as ever, not as broken as Master of Orion 2, and we're going to get into that. Advanced settings. Pixel ships, I'd be interested in seeing that. I hope it's a little bit more than just a cosmetic thing. Random events, of course, that's the GNN type things. Pirates, right now, all pirates are occasionally a pirate base will form up and they'll send ships that have a nuclear bomb, a nuclear missile, and a laser. And that's just annoying because they can bomb your an outpost that you have made using one of your space factories that I'll demonstrate, or destroy a civilian ship, which is ridiculously annoying. So it's more of a nuisance than an actual, like, oh man, hey, pirates, and it's cool. And if you go to the pirate base, which is a planet, and The few times that I've had the pirates on, it's been the same planet each time. They just keep coming back there. You bomb the planet, which has one population. You have to have bombs. And you just get some monetary reward, or sometimes you get a population that gets sent to a random planet. Allow traits. This is interesting because, hey, you can just make everybody, be completely equal. You can play Silicoid and have them be completely up to par with the Cylon, or if you're a Master Ryan 2 veteran, you can play the Clacon and have them not be garbaged. Balanced starting conditions, I'm guessing that makes it so that, nobody has a ridiculous advantage and everyone starts out with the same system, which seems to be their base planet plus an asteroid field. So far, we only have the two victory types. One is a point victory, which you have 500 turns to reach, to get the most points, and then the diplomatic victory, which is obvious if you ever played Master Ryan. If you haven't, it's when everybody votes, and unlike other games, you can get people to vote for you. And I'll demonstrate it at some point in the... Yes, we are Russian bears. We really go into the whole Russian bear thing because we are bears and we are Russian. Ah, crap. I really hoped for an asteroid field because you can build, like one over here. You can build a base there, and unlike most games where you get the colony ship in your first little thing, it comes in on your first turn. Show Q. Okay. Another thing I didn't show because I wanted to avoid hearing the voices. Each race starts off with a different portion. And this is... And yes, they say that every time. Watch. No, that doesn't get old at all. Now, depending on which race you get one of these 4 different advancements straight off the bat. Government, physics, and biology, these are all good. Engineering is worthless. If you have a race that gets engineering straight off the bat, then congratulations, you have wasted something. Why? Government, you get a research laboratory and a morale booster for your next colony. Physics is really nice because, hey, you get an automated factory. Always a good thing when you're trying to build new crap later on. Biology, great, hydroponic farms, and biospheres. Biospheres, unlike in Master Ryan 2, do not give 2 population to a new planet, which isn't a huge deal because there are no tiny planets. Don't have to worry about that. Engineering gives you anti-missile rockets and the ship class of destroyer. Now, you are not going to be doing a lot of fighting in this game. Alright, I gotta choose government for the research. You're not going to be doing a lot of fighting with people this early. Oh, and because it takes so long to travel. See, 3 turns there, 3 turns there. Now, not only is it going to take that long to do that, But in order for me to explore this whole system, I have to go and travel to each point in the system. My major complaint with the game is how slow it feels. This game takes a lot longer than Master of Orion 2 does. And sure as hell takes a lot longer than Master of Orion 1. Choosing the planets or the moons to explore because, alright, small Terran artifacts. Okay, I know exactly. Well, that's pretty much as good as you can hope for. Unless one of these guys finds an ultra-rich planet over here with heavy gravity. Alright, anomalies. These are weird little things that pop up randomly. Barren, abundant. Large Terran. I'm getting some pretty good rolls on my ships. Or not ships, planets. But see, okay. I'm going to roll this all the way out for this demonstration. Let's say this was Master of Orion 1. I would click there, and my ship would go, okay, beep, 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 traveling there. Hell, in Master of Orion 2, you could have a guy here and be like, hey, I want to go there, and he'd just go boop, boop, or there, and you go boop, boop. Now, in this game, one of the reasons why it takes forever is that my guy, in order to go to here, he first has to travel to the warp point. Because traveling within this system isn't free. It isn't like a half move or a percentage of a move. It's a full move. And your engines don't get upgraded that well that fast. They really need to get your engines really upgraded or make you move a lot faster. See, my colony ship it's going to take 3 turns for it to get there. I'm going to have my next government thing already done. Actually, I'm going to build the space factory because mainly for that. You can also, like in Master of Orion 2, you can put a refinery around. Wow, small, ultra. God damn it. Well, I know what planet I'm getting next. I don't. This is just weird. You almost never see an ultra-rich planet that isn't just gigantic. So I got a new ship out of that, and it's going to be, you know, the best class that I can get. Which, alright, see. This is also, okay, that number right there, that's an indicator of the general power. It does not necessarily, it's not a be-all, end-all. And trust me on that, like, it's especially true when you're running into... Wait a minute. Oh, you're kidding me. My frigate found a scout. Okay, see, you get 2 scouts in the beginning of the game, and ship design. Look, scouts don't even take up a spot in ship design, unlike every other game. Yeah. Fortunately, if you're fast enough, you can just skip right past their blah 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 bullcrap. I don't know about most people, but I like to focus on getting my research capabilities up pretty high, get my production values going pretty high, and then basically building the biggest, hugest, baddest ass ships I can. And in this game, it's actually even more important than in other games. Oh, there's something else I haven't explained, and I probably should have already done something. Morale. In this game, morality is not based on like, oh hey, we're going to do 100% of the work. Instead, taxation, which is clearly explained, thank you Jesus, by basically being, okay, hey, your planet starts off at 100%. So if you tax them 0, they're at 100% morale. You tax them 3, they're at 70. Now, you basically, you tax them too much, and what happens is that people will just stop working. And that's what it means by morale. See, 80% are happy, therefore 1 person out of the 7 are going to go on strike. So if you're min-maxing things, you're going to want to push your tax rate as high as you can get it without breaking things. Which here, yeah, I can get away with that. 4 population, just fine. And this will tell you the income. When I get to it later, I'll talk about the trade treaties, which the game actually tells you how the trade treaties are working for you and how they benefit you. Command points, holdover from Master Ryan 2 to keep you from having a ridiculously high thing. And you might have noticed, hey Monkus, you just settled a planet with an artifact, and yet you didn't get any artifacts. Well, yeah, that happens. There are also a lot of artifacts and planets in this game, and you just don't get any. Instead, it just gives you a boost. As you can see here, it comes under resources. So I get a bonus of 2 to research. Now that's actually pretty important, considering that, see all these little numbers here? This is how much each population gives towards any particular thing. And science is always going to be 1. Like, you can get diminishing returns, like, it'll be 87 turns for food unless I add a guy here, and he'll give me 3 more food. But down here in production, he'll give me a space factory in 2 turns. So again, that's why I really like to get things that give me automatic research points, because your guys that give you research don't give you a lot. This is also why the Cylons are really important, because their guys that do give research give 1.5, and the game rounds that up. It doesn't round it down, it rounds it up. So, whereas, say, I have these 2 guys here, and they're giving me 1, he could, if you're Cylon, you have 2 options. Have 3 with 2, or have 1 guy and get 2 research, or 2 guys and get 3 research. Clearly, it's better to just leave 1 guy there, get the 2 research, and move the other guy to one of the other positions and get, a bigger boost. Because look at this. That much more food, or, that much more production. It ends up being a ridiculously huge thing in the long run. Alright, space factories. These things build little... They do two things. One, they can build military outposts and surveillance systems at these little warp points, which are one of the reasons why the warp points are important. And the computer loves to build them. That is their main priority in this world, is to build those things around their colonies. And that is important because it keeps you from going in. Now, they're decently tough. They're not nearly as tough as, say, a starbase, and they do repair damaged ships while they are in the system. However, they don't ever upgrade their weapons at all. So they have nuclear missiles the entire time. And from what I can tell, proton torpedoes that you get pretty early in the game have a longer range than missiles. So you can literally, at one point in the game, get a frigate, have them stand just out of range of that guy, and pew pew pew. And if I get to space combat ever, you'll see what I mean. Now I'm going engineering, and primarily to get the fusion drive, which will make my fleet faster. Small, Terran, ultra-rich, art. This game is trolling me straight up. I've got ultra-rich artifacts, large Terran, and the first one I found was a Terran artifact one. Like, God fucking damn it. Like, this is like the first world Master of Orion problems right here. Like, come the fuck on, game. Like, give me... Oh no, I already saw that. I already saw all of that. What do I need to do left? Alright, tell him to go here. Alright. With the exception of the Orion system, you can go into a monster system during this build, and you can go around it, check out the other planets, and leave, because it's only hanging out on one planet. And eventually you do get a device that scans all of the stuff. You know what, I'm just going to set this guy to auto-explore. That's at least one way to save time with these guys. Alright. Wormholes are a huge mixed bag in this game. And I really should be sending... Well, I'll be sending that guy back over this way anyway. Because... yeah. Those are both dead ends. And skip what he says. Now, whenever you get an upgrade to a ship design, it often will say, hey, you want us to upgrade it for you? I almost always say no, because the game is not very good at upgrading your ships. And it also isn't very good about telling you what it's going to do. And I mean, in this case, I just got anti-missile rockets. It says, hey, do you want to upgrade your ships? Well, I don't know. Let's see here. What are you going to do? If you look closely, it's going to do jack shit. There are no anti-missile rockets being added to the frigate. At all. I don't even know why it's asking me that. It should skip over that entirely. It's a dumb question. Let's see here. This saves a lot of time. We're flying around space. And this saves a lot of time flying around space. So the question is... you know what, I'm going to go for the scanner first. I should have done that anyway, but... whatever, because I really hate flying to each individual planet. And if I was smarter, I might have actually figured out what this planet is before I left, because there's no way I'm just gonna hang out and figure out what it is. Okay, it says wormhole discovered. Now, you might be going, oh man, where does the wormhole go? It goes there. Like, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but like, if they want to make it more of a mystery about the wormholes, if there's only one pairing of wormholes, you can kind of figure out where the wormholes are. Okay. Alkari Reprieve vanishes without a trace. Foul play suspected. I would suggest reading the scroller if you like puns or little Master of Orion tidbits. And just as a fun fact, you can always skip the first thing that they do for GNN. Okay, here's why I wanted the asteroid belt. You can either get the asteroid mine, gives you 2 credits per turn, or 2 research per turn. Mine for 2 BC, just billion credits, which seems like a ridiculous number, or 2 research, and holy shit, which it does cost, 2 credits to maintain, but holy crap, that's still a lot of research that you're getting. So, yeah. Also, as a bonus, this gas giant, I can build a refinery on that, which will basically completely negate... Oh, I forgot to build this crap here. Alright, the biospheres. They don't give you 2 population, they give you 1 food and 1 research. So there's some weird mutated combination between... just buy it. Mutated combination between a farm and a research station. God, I cannot speak tonight. And this is a medium galaxy. I thought I put it on. Still have not met anybody. Oh, one great thing, and I mean this with all honesty, they completely did away with the parsec system. I hated the parsec system whenever... Okay, yeah. Good thing for you, Russian Batman. If anyone... Again, if you're familiar at all with Master of Orion, you know that the parsec system was basically there to keep you from exploring too far. uh, and it just was so annoying. You'd be like, oh yeah, I need to get 7 parsecs to get to the next planet, and then you be have 6 parsecs as your tech, and 7 would be like 3 tiers away in down a line that you didn't want to go, and it would be annoying as crap. Alright, I'm just gonna do the jump, and oh, look where I came out. The only other wormhole colored thing on the map. Alright. And yeah, I usually don't pay attention to the star colors since they can pretty much be anything there. And now, one thing about doing diplomacy with people is that you can't. Until you research Xeno relations and establish an embassy. And oftentimes, I've actually... Okay, electromagnetic disturbance, that means that's a colony. Yeah. And we can already see that it's purple. Oh, and I don't know why it does this. We ran into their scout ship, so it's going to tell us, if you zoom out enough, hey, look, it's Mintar all the way down there. So now we know where the Cylons are based. We have some idea of how this game is going to shape up. Let's just... Oh. Another neat thing. While it will hurt your relationship status with the other people like a motherfucker, unlike every other Master of Orion game, you can engage in combat and destroy enemy ships in quote-unquote neutral territory. I don't know entirely what that entails, because... Oh yeah, I got the... Unlike every other piece of technology that you get for ships, this is instant and everything, so yay. Well, that is a crappy planet. So I'll be going over here. Except I'm not. A very nice thing right now is that I am cut off. You might say, hey, that's a bad thing, but the wormhole, like, right now, Elo is a choke point for the lower half, and I don't have to worry about any of this side of the galaxy. This star over here, I don't have to worry about, or any of these stars. let's say I come through here. This is just, makes it harder to get to my systems. Alright, you're going here. Just militarily, it makes it so that I am in a much better position, especially since I have the LO system, which has, again, ultra rich, and large Terran. And I mean, those aren't too bad either. I still cannot believe all that is in one system. And like, it doesn't look like not all things are equal, because let's see here. Small, ultra rich, small, ultra 6. Well, ultra rich. 8 on ultra rich artifacts. Okay, how would you go there? And yes, this thing does change. This cinematic changes based on what you colonize. I'm a little disappointed that they haven't let you change the name of the planet or system that you colonize, but hopefully that will change. Hopefully that is a priority. Hopefully they have men banging on desks and saying, we need to be able to... Oh, this might be important. Turns out it wasn't. But hopefully somebody's out there banging on desk and saying, I need to name planets and systems after pieces of my genitalia and or my friends. Which might be both in some circumstances. But here. Oh god. This game can be so slow. It is very... Don't get me wrong. I love this game, even at its pre-build. It is very fun. Oh hey, I found the Masharan. So there's that. Got that whole thing going on for me. Let me see here. Alright, it'll take me 7 turns in order to get me... It'll be just... Okay, I did that with a glance. Alright. Advanced fusion, I want the fusion drive. Doesn't automatically give it to your ships. I need Merculite missiles because they're the best thing in the game for, like, I don't know, a very long ass time. And so if I build a ship, I want to make sure that it has that. So that will be ready in 7 turns, and as will that. So I'm going to spend 1 turn building a colony ship, which, I mean, why not? And then I will have it start building me the actual turn that I want. Oh look, the Masharan. And I don't know if you can tell, but each race has their own music associated with them, which is a nice touch. The Sakura, in fact, have a... I really like the music associated with the Sakura. It's a very reminiscent of just Master of Orion in general. The sort of, like, oh, you're in, you know, a 90s Macintosh game or something like that. And then whoosh, still got the 9 there. And that'll be done in 7 turns, and I'll have 6 turns done. Ocean, rich, gravity. See, and I keep forgetting to check gravity. I'm really goddamn bad about checking gravity. See, that's a huge planet, high gravity, and it wouldn't have mattered to me. Except I haven't run into any so far that I really needed to colonize. Other kind of important things, civilian transports you actually don't get for a while. Because that was the engine, yes, I did hit upgrade all. Like I said, holy crap. Okay, that's just a frigate. They must have built a missile. Yeah, they have a starbase there. Yeah, that's why. You get a free starbase just for your home court, just like you do in every, or not in every, but just like you do in Master of Orion 2. If you didn't play Master of Orion 1, you don't get... Oh, time for Q. Now, nowhere are diplomatic relations really more apparent than with the humans, probably because you can tell their body language a lot better. But when you're on good terms, he literally calls you friend every single sentence. He's like, oh, friend, let me get the door for you, friend. Do you want any sugar, friend? How about we do this, friend? I've even had him... He said, I have to go to war with you because I'm in this alliance. I'm sorry, friend. And I was like, well, damn, that's... Wow. But, like, when he gets pissed, like, he gets, like, angry. Like, he will be like, good riddance, you nuisance. And, like, he goes from this open body language to closing off and just stomping around, kind of, not stomping, but just leaning in and glaring at you, doing everything short of calling you... Actually, he does kind of call you a complete jackass, now that I think about it. But, yeah. Oh, hey, I discovered Altair. So yeah, I'm starting to discover all the planets. Right now, the Cylons are... Okay, humans least threatening, Cylons second least. Masharan could be... Yeah, I would say the Masharans are probably the most threatening, just... Yeah. The game is very good about just killing you crap. Like, there's going to be a tutorial, but you... Yeah, huge, etc. But, see what I mean? Look at this. That's a human colony, and already they have their little guy wanting to cut it off from the rest of the stuff. Those things aren't cheap. they take 10 turns to build, and they have an upkeep cost, and they take ticks away from here. But until you get proton missiles, which isn't that far off, and those are the Altaris. And yes, that is Mark Hamill. Woo! Money! Money! I love it when random crap goes my way. Alright. Yeah, I'll do that myself in a second. Let's look at the tech tree. Alright. Well, I'm going to do a ship design. Alright, nuclear bombs. Don't need them. As of this state of the game, and again, I do recommend you play. You get this game and you play it if you are a fan of Master Ryan. It is slow going, but it is very, very addicting. And see, you got all the different things that you can modify with it. ECCM, we don't need any of those right now. Just, I hate it when it's 1 over. That always pisses me off. Oh yeah, you get augmented engines, I guess, or something. Maybe scouts have. I don't know. Let's see here. Can I get another neutron blaster? Nope, that's also too much. I can get 2 anti-missile rockets. Oh, I have 3 left. You know what that means? Point defense laser cannon. Exactly 3. Yes, I've played this game just a little bit to know that when you have 3 space left, you get a point defense laser cannon, because why the fuck not? Alright. Okay, you can't even get you can clear out those. Right now the computer is not really smart enough. Oh, exactly 50. Yeah, this sometimes happens. It forgets the name that you were using, or it uses the name that you were using. And right now, each race has its own type of ship. Like the Cylons use UFO type ships, and each type of thing, frigate, destroyer, etc., comes in 2 types. I hope we get more than just 2. I really do love various ship models, and we get slight variations on the designs. Not, huge, not like big gigantic skulls on the sides, or something that or a girl saying "way to go troops" on it, like an actual Air Force would have done back in the day. But so whatever. But got our 2 things. We got our destroyer and our frigate, and now that I've updated that, Now keep in mind, this was going to be 1 turn away from being completed, and now it's 5, because of course it is, because it takes a long time. Alright. Borathi Bros 1. We'll just save that as that. And then I think I will call it a night for now, because I am getting a little tired. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.